Hey, this is Aidan Booth, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can set up simple squeeze pages using FunnelizerPRO. Now the first thing you need to do is download the FunnelizerPRO plugin, and you can get that by coming down to this Tools and Services I Use section on the right hand side of aidanbooth.com. Once you've downloaded that, come into your dashboard, come over to the Plugins menu and select Add New. This is a very quick process. It takes just a few seconds to actually do this. We're going to click the Upload button, choose File, select the zip file for Funnelizer, and click Install Now. And then we can activate the plugin. And when it's activated, you'll see a link will appear over on the left hand side here. Okay, so we can now see that it's over here on the left hand side, so I'm going to click on that, and I'm actually going to click Add New. Okay, now for best results with Funnelizer, I recommend that you've got another plugin installed, which is the Tiny MCE Advanced plugin. So let me just show you that quickly. With Tiny MCE Advanced, you want to make sure that you're able to change the fonts, the font sizes, and the font family. Okay, you want them to be in this taskbar. Okay, so you can just drag, you can just drag different things into the taskbar here, or take things out. Okay, but you want to have Tiny MCE Advanced plugin installed, and then you want to come over to Funnelizer and click on Add New Page. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to create this squeeze page here. So the first thing you want to do is create a title. So I'm going to call this Funnelizer Squeeze Example, and then you can choose a background. Now you can use one of the example backgrounds that we've got here, or if you want, you could upload your own image. Okay, so just for this example, I'm going to go ahead and use this one here. And down here you can see that you've got a few different options. You've got the visual editor, and I'm going to show you how you can use that in a minute. And you've also got a place where you can insert MailChimp or Aweber code. In fact, it's not just limited to MailChimp or Aweber. You could use iContact, GetResponse, or whatever other autoresponder that you're using. Okay. So what you need to do is you do need to have some kind of autoresponder. This is not going to work, just like no squeeze page generator would work if you didn't have some kind of autoresponder. So I'm going to assume that you're using Aweber, and I'm going to come over to Aweber here and just get a code from one of the forms that I've set up in the past. Okay, so let's see. I'll just grab this form here. I'll just preview that one. No, actually preview this one here. And this is what this particular form looks like. It's a big form. It's not going to be perfect for what we're trying to do here, but it'll be fine for the example. So I just want to click Publish, and I could grab the code that's going to be given to me here. I will install my form. I just grab this code, and I can copy that into here. Okay, now I could just keep all of this exactly the same. I might want to, I'll show you what this does in a second. I'll just click Publish for now, and then we'll come in and we'll actually customize this a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to click View Post here, and the first thing you'll see is that the URL on here is now set to aidanbooth.com/squeeze/funnelizer squeeze example. Now you'll notice that this doesn't fit on here, and that's because by default we've got this background set to be a certain size. Okay, so in this case what we would want to do is we just come in here and we show do not show background. Okay, and we could also select, well, I'll just save that first, and I'll refresh the page and show you what it looks like now that we're not showing the background. It'll just be this form. Okay, so if you've got a form set up in Aweber like this one, like I've done all the hard work for this one in Aweber previously. I made all this here in Aweber, and that's all ready to go. So this here is a finished squeeze page right there. So that's one way that you can use this. Now, if you want to use the power of the editor to actually create your squeeze page, then what you'll do is you'll most likely have a much simpler Aweber form. So if I just come back over to Aweber for a moment here and come to sign up forms and click create sign up form, we can just create a new sign up form very quickly here. And let's just have a look at some templates. You know, maybe something like this would work, or maybe, what else have we got here? Let's just, let's see, new. Just looking for something, maybe something like this might work. I can click load template. Okay, and I can just, you know, I can delete out anything that I don't want in there. I could delete that out as well, and I could click, and I could actually just click save the form. Go to step 2. Give that a name, example form, save the form again, and then go to step 3 and get the code. So in this case, I'm just going to select all that code. I'm going to come back over here and just paste it in there. And this time I will show the background, okay, just to show you what it looks like. And this one won't have any text above it because we haven't actually set that up yet. So if I refresh this, you'll see it's going to look dramatically different. Now we've got a white background with the opt-in form centered right in the middle of it. Okay. Now if I want to give this some text, I could come down here and I could start writing a headline. So for a headline, we might want it to be centered, so I'm going to click the Align Center button and I'm going to put in a headline here. So I'm just using some example text here. Your big bold headline goes here, and I'm going to say, you know, I might want this to be heading 1 size, and I want it, well, we'll just leave it like that for now, okay? And then further down here, we might have a sub-headline. So I've just put here your sub-headline can be placed here, okay? And we'll make this one headline 2 size, okay? Now I'm going to update this, and you're going to see that the font comes out probably looking a little bit ugly for what we want, okay? But I just want to show you how this works, and then I'll show you how to customize it. So if I refresh this page here, you'll see that it looks a little bit ugly, right? That font doesn't really match with what we're trying to do down here. So what I can do, if I come back in here, I can actually change the font. So I highlight it, and we can go to the font family, and we might want to make this, you know, normally I would try to match it up with the other one, but let's just say it's Helvetica, okay, for example. And, you know, maybe we could make that bold or not. And if we wanted, we could also change the color by using this one here. So maybe I want to have this, you know, like a darker shade of red, and this one here maybe, you know, a dark shade of blue or something. And then I click update. And if I refresh this page, you'll see that I've now got, you know, the big bold blue headline there and a slightly smaller sub-headline. And of course I could play around with the different, you know, fonts, sizes, things like that. If I didn't want this white background, then I could just turn it off down here by selecting show no background. Or if I wanted to make it square corners, I could, let's make this have square corners. So I'll say no to the rounded corners, and let's put another link in here. So example link. And this link here could go back to the home page. We can click add link, okay, and we can add multiple links in there, and I'll just click update. So you're now going to see a link has been added below the form, and this could be for privacy or something like that. And you're also going to see that it's got square corners. So now we can see it's got square corners and the example link is in there. I'm just going to get rid of that example link, delete the example link, and I'm going to put round corners back on, okay. Now hopefully that's a pretty good example of what you can do here. Oh, one last thing I was going to show you. We could turn the background off as well. And if I do that, you'll be able to see here that it's now got no white background. You probably won't want to do this in most cases, but perhaps at some point you will. So anyway, that's how you use the FunnelizerPRO plugin. Remember, you can get it, you can download it by clicking on the link in the sidebar of aidenbooth.com. And this is what we have ended up with. Now this has been quite a long-winded, elaborate video because I've been showing you some of the different functionality, but it is a very, very simple plugin to use. You don't have to touch any code at all. And the best part is that it's 100% free. So if you're just looking to make simple little squeeze pages for your, to set up to run alongside with what you're doing with Kindle or with White Label, or if you're building some kind of funnel, then FunnelizerPRO is a great little tool that you can use, a great little plugin that you can use to do that.